Hi, my name is Boomer Esiason, and many of you may know me as the quarterback of the New York Jets or as a national TV spokesperson. But today, I come to you as a parent. And this is my son, Gunnar. Over 2.5 years ago, my wife and I found out that he suffers from cystic fibrosis, a genetic disorder that is fatal. In 1989, I was the Player of the Year in the NFL, and I was in Washington, D.C. to receive the Quarterback of the Year award. And at that dinner, I heard Frank DeFord speak, and he spoke about the loss of his daughter Alex to the disease of cystic fibrosis. I had never heard of it, but I really was touched by Frank's story. And after that dinner, I had asked Frank if I could get involved in cystic fibrosis fundraising for him, and I became the celebrity face, if you will, of fundraising. In 1991, Gunnar is born 2 years later. Did not show immediate signs of cystic fibrosis at birth, but about 6 to 8 months into his infancy, he started showing the everyday signs of cystic fibrosis. I think Cheryl and I felt really, really alone in Cincinnati in this hospital room where they told us he had CF. And we saw Gunnar in a crib, and he had all sorts of wires hooked up to him. He had oxygen mask on his little face, and we both cried profusely.
And for New York Jets quarterback Boomer Esiason, the pressures of facing a group of charging linemen paled in comparison to tackling his 4-year-old son's potentially deadly foe, cystic fibrosis.
In 1993, in October, they put Gunnar and me on the cover of Sports Illustrated. The headline was "A Quarterback's Crusade." The first 4 or 5 years of this whole thing was built around that platform and exploiting the popularity of the NFL. And I've never made apology for that, because this is what it's all about. It's about a bigger thing than just playing football.
The mission of the Boomer Esiason Foundation has sort of changed over the years. When my parents first started out and I was just a little kid, it was all about a face to the name of the condition. Now, CF is, we're in a pretty transformative time for CF. We have a lot of breakthrough medications that have come out. Boomer Esiason and cystic fibrosis, they kind of walk hand in hand, just because of how much time and effort he's put into really making sure that not only me, but also people with CF have the opportunity to live full lives.
You know, we're about $200 million later.
We really pride ourselves on being patient-driven.
We have supported drug development.
We have a number of patient assistance programs, financial aid by way of scholarships or transplant assistance.
We've supported a hospital construction and development through the Gunnar Esiason Pediatric Center in Cincinnati Children's Hospital, the Gunnar Esiason Adult Lung Center here at Columbia Presbyterian.
The work that Boomer Esiason's foundation is doing is extremely important in promoting research for a very serious disease. We chose to work on cystic fibrosis because we saw the potential to apply antisense technology and our knowledge about RNA processing to find a potential treatment for certain kinds of mutations. In our current efforts, we have found a way to increase the levels of semi-functional CFTR protein for patients that have a particular mutation. And so using antisense technology, we have already demonstrated that in cells from CF patients.
Thank God there are smarter people than me that are doing what they're doing, as opposed to throwing a football on the football field, because without them, we would be nowhere. I mean, they're the ones that are making the difference. Their research, their time, their effort, and the funding that they need that gives us all a chance to hope for better days ahead. As a dad, what you want to do is you just want to support, and you want to give him all the opportunities in the world that he needs to be a success. And I can tell you from everything that I've seen over the 28 years he's been on this earth, he's a fighter too. He's just like me and his mom, and will continue to fight, and I know he will too.